Hello everyone, Treecks here and welcome back to Pokémon Stadium. This is going to be part 3. Last time we got started with the Poké Cup, the first tournament I'm covering. Reason for that being, the Poké and Prime Cup actually have 4 difficulties, the other two only have 1 difficulty, so this one we need to get started with, because this one has the most ground to cover, you might say. And the Prime Cup, since that being a level 100 tournament, I think is the more epic one. So I thought, let's get started with the Poké Cup. Even though the game calls this the official Pokemon League tournament, I think it's the lesser of the two, you might say. So we got started on this one on the easiest difficulty, called Pokeball. And because of it being so easy, I'm actually trying to do this one perfectly. 8 perfect rounds without a single Pokemon fainting, and so far we're successful. Because we have 4 continues, as you can see, after 4 battles. Let's continue on with battle number 5. Ooh. Remember how I loved the mediums so much in Pokémon Red? They are back. We don't have as many ghost types this time around. There is a Ghastly in here. But the main gist of this guy is poison types, it looks like. Zubat, Tentacool. Fire type, water type. Yeah, this looks fine. Yeah, this should be good enough. Okay, let's hope Ralph is a good idea to start with.
Tournament, things will get white hot. Begin round 5.
Okay, thank you for putting out your Goldeen. Zubat or Butterfree would have also been fine. Thunderbolts on C up. Yeah, forgive me if I sometimes forget where my moves are. You actually don't have to look at your moves in order to input them. Even if they're closed in the menu, it still functions.
Looks like a bad Pokemon choice.
Like this move, for instance. If you want to input Thunderbolt, you can just press A and then C up. You don't actually have to use the R button in order to check out the moves.
Oh, it's Ghastly!
Ghastly.
This is a fight between 2 different types.
We
of
faced one
Pokemon.
earlier in the previous round. But for you, Howard is a better option.
Here's a Pokemon thing.
The leader of the B team, you might say.
Oh, it's Hypno.
Since he's been in the A team for so long, even up until the very final part of Pokemon, you might say. And he's the highest level.
It's confused.
But he got replaced last minute.
Will this Pokemon
So he's in the B team now. And he's also confused.
A psychic blast.
Okay, luckily it still works. So you are gone.
Down. That didn't take much.
You confusing me was a good idea.
There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokemon.
It just didn't work out for you.
Oh, it's Butterfree.
Butterfree.
The remaining Pokemon count is 3-1.
Bug
The
and
battle
flying
has
type.
become one-sided.
Okay, and for the switching around of Pokemon, you actually also don't need to open up the menu. For this you just need to remember the Pokemon you selected first is always on C up, the second on C right, and the third one on C
The
bottom.
Pokemon returns to its Pokeball.
If you remember, that's actually pretty easy to quickly switch around your Pokemon. That's something I always use. I never check out my menu. I already know because of the order I selected them in, you might say. Okay, I can see what your gist is. All of your Pokemon know moves that can confuse me. Okay. Yeah, here we have the first confusion.
Attacked itself.
Come on, Ralph, don't attack yourself. Okay, that should not do anything.
A decent hit.
Electric types are pretty resistant against psychic types, so I'm not too afraid for that move.
Flying in this battle.
Let's try that again. It should work eventually.
It shook off its confusion.
Oh, that also helps.
There it goes. Perfect day.
Yeah, just like in Pokémon Red,
Take it down with
confusion
one
runs
hit.
out on its own.
And there goes the battle.
In that sense, the status ailments don't really change. There's no way to heal them up in battle. They heal automatically whenever the battle ends. As you might have noticed, there's no Pokémon centers in this game. So after every single battle, the Pokémon teams heal automatically. All status ailments are cured. So luckily it works like that. Otherwise the no item system would have been mean. But confusion still runs out on its own. And if you're lucky, in 1 turn even. Okay, that's another difference between the original Pokemon games and this one. Even though they are very similar, they're not entirely the same. Let's just move on. We have battle number 6 to do. Looks like we are dealing with a tamer this time around. Okay, his Pokemon actually differ a little bit more type-wise. That's going to get worse and worse the further we get. Eventually it really becomes strategizing. There's a lot of Pokemon where water types actually are effective too, so that's definitely a good bet. But, let's go in like this.
The field is thinning out. We're into round 6.
Okay, thank you. Ground type. Trent is a good bet. Okay, just use Blizzard and get rid of this guy quickly for me.
No, it is Blizzard. Whoa, looks like a bad Pokemon choice. Take him down on the word go. This is a wild one from the word go. Oh, it's Sandshrew.
Another ground type.
How will the type difference affect
One I
that?
actually don't have on my own, but still. A Surf should work against you.
Right, that's Surf.
Bam.
Oh, this Pokemon looks wrong. Wow, take him down with one hit.
Trent taking care of business here.
There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokemon.
Predator.
Oh, it's Predator.
That's a normal type, so I can't overpower you with super
The
effectiveness.
remaining Pokemon count is 3 to
Don't
1.
have a fighting type move in this team.
The battle has become one-sided.
So let's just do some heavy attacking.
There it goes. A savage hit.
It's still Pokeball after all.
Wow, that didn't take much.
Pokemon are still pretty weak on my opponent's side, so pretty much everything can take them out in one hit. Well done, Trent. You've earned your spot in the B team quite well already. Okay, 2 more to go. Let's move on to the Volcano match. Love how all of these 8 matches are called after the badges from the original game. Okay, we have a Psychic. Obviously making use of a lot of Psychic types, but luckily not all of them. There's a lot of birds in here too, so I'm not going to leave Ralph out. Yeah, and the rest does not really matter. So, let's just pick a random 2. I don't really care. Let's just go in like this.
This is it, the semifinals. No one wants to lose having come this far.
Okay, a bird already. Great job. Thunderbolt, and you are gone.
Right, Thunderbolt. Whoa, looks like a bad Pokemon choice. Taken down on the word go. This is a wild one from the word go. Oh,
Johto.
Johto.
Another flying type. A little bit heavier on the HP.
This is a fight between 2 different
Still,
types
my
of
Raichu is so
Pokemon.
strong. Oh, this guy's quicker. Nose quick
What
attack.
now? A decent hit.
Great job, you damaged me. But as long as I don't fall, I don't care. Time for you to fall.
How's that? Oh, this Pokemon looks strong. Wow, taken down with one hit. There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokemon.
The final one, please also be a bird. No, it's a Slowpoke.
Slowpoke.
Does not matter, electric types still
The
work.
remaining Pokemon count is 3 to 1. The battle has become one-sided. Savage attack. Perfect game.
There we go.
Gone! It's a one-hit wonder! And there goes the battle!
After the last battle being a one-man show for Trent, this match was for Ralph. A one-man show is this first tournament apparently. Let's go see if at least the final one can be somewhat challenging on this easiest difficulty. Or is even the final going to be a cakewalk? Do we really have to wait until the later tournaments until we can get some challenge? Or can we get surprised? Let's go to the final, which is going to be against a gentleman, it looks like, which is actually called Old Man in this version. But still, it is the most diverse team we have seen so far. He actually has a dragon type with him. So luckily I brought an Ice-type user along in this B team. Yeah, this is the first time it actually becomes a little bit tricky to decide. Okay, Ralph at least works against the Beedrill and the Seal. Joffrey for the Magnemite. And of course I can't forget about Trent because of the Dratini. That should be good enough. Ditto and Porygon are normal types, so can't do anything about them. This should be good enough.
This is it, the final battle! Who will bask in the glory of the championship?
Okay, thank you for inputting your Beedrill immediately. That's the whole reason why I put Ralph in. Should take you out quickly.
Right, Thunderbolt! Severe hit!
Okay, not in one hit. Oh, Twin Needle, you don't see that a whole lot. Oh, and I got poisoned. Thank you. First status ailment I get in this playthrough. Okay, Mega Punch should be enough. Okay, it's on the left. C left.
Mega Punch.
Bam.
There, it's a hit.
Okay, there's one.
Is it down and out?
Let's make sure not to faint. That's still my challenge here, of course.
Pokémon be?
No fainting allowed in this Pokeball.
Oh, it's Porygon.
Okay, that's going to be nasty. Normal type.
How will the type difference affect that?
Ralph doesn't really have a lot of powerful moves.
Go into battle poses. There's the attack.
Okay, 2 hits should do it with that. Looks like. Okay, Psychic shouldn't hurt me too much.
The special stat is down.
Okay, Ralph is still in. He's struggling, but he's still in.
A furious battle.
Let's finish you off.
They strike fighting poses. How's that? A decent hit.
Ah, I didn't finish him off. But he is paralyzed, so... Oh, he still gets an attack in.
What's that? Good hit.
Come on, thank you. Stay with me, Ralph.
The heated battle rages on.
Okay, you're paralyzed, so I'm faster no matter what. Let's make sure I hit.
Savage attack.
There we go.
Yeah, it's a hit. Oh, it's down.
Okay, this is definitely the first battle where it becomes a little bit more of a struggle.
Number of reserve Pokemon.
But we're still winning. That's the most important thing. I also like to keep all of my Pokemon alive. And here comes the dragon. Okay, I won't be able to survive a single hit from this guy, so let's switch.
3-1. The battle has become one-sided. Here's a Pokemon tree.
Oh yeah, of course, I had Trent last, so I should have pressed C down.
What's this?
That's the downside of not looking. It is faster, but sometimes I make a mistake. Okay, this should also work.
Now,
No, he's faster. Joffrey, you're so slow.
what'll it do? It didn't do much.
Man, this is the battle of the status ailments, it looks like. Let's see how much this does.
The attack. The savage hit.
Not enough to finish you off.
Fireworks are flying in this battle.
I should survive another strike, so let's try Rock Throw.
The combatants face each other.
And Fire Blast is apparently the only thing he has against me.
What now? That was weak. What's that? Missed the
Come on.
target.
Joffrey's also almost fainting.
Excitement is building over this hot
Okay, let's try
battle.
this one more time. Can't take much more hits.
What's this? It's not very effective.
Joffrey's also close to fainting now.
What'll it do?
Ah, come on! Okay, this is not going to work out. I have 2 Pokemon that have almost fainted by now. I need Trent. Let's remember he was on C down.
The Pokemon returns to its
I want
Pokeball.
to keep all of my Pokemon alive in this final battle. That is actually
Oh, it's tentacles.
kind of difficult. Against Trent that also does not work.
The attack wasn't effective.
No status ailment this time.
How will this swap affect the
Okay, let's finish
outcome?
you.
Blast attack.
There we go.
Nail the weak spot. Oh! Is it down and out?
And there goes the tournament.
Congratulations! The champion has been decided!
Awesome job, Trent. Here goes step 1 of the Poké Cup. The Pokéball difficulty cleared. Not a problem. Even though that final battle was kind of struggling, keeping all my Pokemon alive, but winning was never in danger. This is how this gets started. So let's get our very small little Pokéball trophy. It was very easy to get, so this is not too important. But still, it is the very first thing we have cleared. With this easiest difficulty showing off my B team for the first time, we now know how this game works. And trust me, it is going to get progressively harder and harder the further we get in the modes. And even when we crank up the difficulties, both here in the Poké and Prime Cup. Okay, I can see we are at 16 minutes, so this video is going to run a little bit short, unless I... Yeah, you know what? I think I'll just get started with the Pokéball Prime Cup immediately. I have the time, so might as well use that time. Still like my videos to be around 20 minutes for this project, if you don't mind. So with the first trophy gotten, as you can see at the bottom left corner of that picture, it is time to score our second one. Also still on the Poké Cup. Of course we're doing the easy stuff first. But now that we're at it, allow me to show you off that indeed the Petite Cup, as you can see here we don't get a prompt for difficulty. Same deal with the Pika Cup. That's the reason why I'm skipping out in these tournaments for now. This one only has a Master Ball difficulty, you might say. Only a highest difficulty. So we're getting rid of these easy difficulties on the other two cups first, before we start tackling those. And that's why the next thing I'm going to do is Prime Cup Pokéball. Let's go over the rule set for this one, because this one is a little bit more sophisticated. As you can see, no restrictions in Pokemon. Every single one can attend, even Mew and Mewtwo. And it's a good thing Mewtwo can attend, because that's what I'm planning on doing. And this does not change, it's still entered with 6 Pokemon, which you choose 3 for every battle. No level restrictions, even if you're level 1 you're allowed to play. It's a bad idea, because every single opponent is going to be level 100, but still you are allowed. And the rest we all know from the Poké Cup, that's nothing new. The only thing that really changes is that this tournament is open for every single Pokemon, and they are going to be level 100. The whole reason why I'm using a different save file, because I did not have the time to train all my Pokemon to level 100. If you pick rental Pokemon, you will also get all level 100s, as you can see. Something we have not seen in the Pokemon Red project. Pokemon that are this high level, the maximum level they can have, 100. That's actually where the leveling up stops. So you might say, these are definitely the ultimate Pokemon you can get. Something I did not have the time to train, and that's actually the reason why I'm using different Pokemon, if you have not noticed. For instance, the fact that my Donald knows Drill Peck. If you followed my Pokemon Red project, you know he didn't have that there. But he does here, that's the reason for that. But still, the Pokemon are pretty much the same. If you go over all your boxes, you will find out every single one is allowed to attend, no matter what the level is. It would be a very bad idea to do so, but still, they are allowed. But because of me actually trying to win this cup and not getting creamed left and right, I am of course going to pick my level 100 team myself. And of course that is going to be my A team. The ultimate team that I created in the Pokemon Red Let's Play. Even though it's a different save file, these guys are still here with the same names and pretty much the same movesets. All level 100, as you can see, so they can take on this Ultimate Cup. Still in the easiest difficulty to get started. The man of the first hour, Clement, my Charizard. You get support from the legendary bird Zappa. Of course, don't forget my Evolution, Eve, the Vaporeon, my water and ice type. Dirk, my fast little mole trio, also gets in, of course. The legendary bird Art will also be present. And a new member in the A-team actually replaced Howard as the psychic type of my A-team very last minute. But I'm also bringing along the legendary ultimate Pokemon Mewtwo, which I've called Mew 3. As you might have seen in the very final bonus episode. He's new, and this is actually the moveset he comes with. Amnesia, Psychic, Recover, and Hyper Beam. That's usually what I go for with this guy. Psychic, of course, being his most important move. The ultimate Psychic type, level 100. Good luck beating that guy, guys. Let's get started. We start off with a cue ball. And here's a couple of very basic Pokemon, looking at it. There's a Magikarp in here, a Growlithe. For the bug types, I'm going to use Clement, of course. Let's get started with the man of the first hour. Eve for the fire types, and Zeppa for the Magikarp in case he decides to use that.
It's finally underway. Pokemon Tournament Prime Cup Pokeball.
Welcome, Clement.
All in this wide open, unlimited level.
Okay, let's do one match with the A-team before this episode closes. Flamethrower should be enough against you.
Flamethrower. Whoa! Looks like a bad Pokemon choice.
Yeah.
Taken down on the word go!
Even though my opponent's Pokemon are also level 100 officially, because of this still being the easiest difficulty in this cup, they have lowered basic stats.
Oh, it's Lola!
So taking them out should still be pretty easy.
The remaining Pokemon count is
Okay, Growlithe is Eve's party.
This battle is still up in the air.
Let's see how she looks in full 3D render.
Oh, it's Vaporeon!
Welcome, Eve. It's been a while since we've seen you.
It's speeded up!
Okay, you're making yourself faster.
Will this Pokemon
So you're probably going to go first, because Eve is not that
battle?
fast to begin with. Okay, this is the exact same moveset I left off in the regular Pokémon Red playthrough.
What now? It just shrugged off that hit!
Critical hit, and it still did nothing.
Micro Punch!
Bye.
Effective. Wow! Take it down with one hit!
Okay, one more.
There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokemon.
I'm already over time, so please hurry up.
Oh, it's Weedle!
Okay, another bug.
The remaining Pokemon count is 3-1. The battle has become one-sided.
Yeah, let's finish this off with Clement. He deserves it. He's my main Pokemon after all, so he deserves to get the victory screen, even though Eve can still pretty easily take out this Weedle. Okay, making me slower. Should not matter a whole lot, so...
How will this swap affect the outcome?
Yeah, I'm still faster. Let's do an epic finish with Fire Blast.
Perfect game! Gone! It's a one-hit wonder! And there goes the battle!
Nice job, Clement. You still got the moves. Okay, with that said, the first battle of the Prime Cup quickly taken care of. My time is now officially up, so... This was a little bit of bonus in this episode, you might say. But here is where we will end. We got the first glimpse of what my A-team can do. It's still the easiest difficulty, it's still Pokeball, so don't expect a whole lot of challenge. But I can challenge myself with trying to do the same as I did in the Poké Cup. Trying to do perfect on every single match. And the final battle in the Poké Cup proved that it's not always necessarily easy, even here on Pokéball. But still, we're trying to do the same thing. Thanks for watching. And see you next time when the Prime Cup continues. Treecks out.